Hey guys, this is Kneon, and check it out. I managed to score some He-Man and the Masters of the Universe action figures. These are the new figures based on the new Netflix show, not Revelation, but the other show, the CGI show, the one I thought I wouldn't like because I thought the art style was kind of wonky, but I actually wound up loving the show. So we're gonna open and review these toys and see how they stack up compared to original Masters of the Universe and Origins. And are they good toys? Are they fun? Now we're gonna be moving more of our fun content over to this channel. That means review videos like this one. That means our gaming videos. That means our art videos. So make sure you're subscribed to the second channel, Clownfish Studios. Now, before I open these figures, let's get a good look at the packaging. It's actually very, very nice. Nice artwork. These are 6-inch figures. They're about the same size as the Origins line, the original Masters of the Universe. Here we have He-Man. Let's check out the back. He's got like a power chop action with his big sword. So we got He-Man. We got Skeletor. Let's check out Skeletor. Now these are only 10 bucks. Can you believe it? They're only $10. That's a really good price point for action figures these days, especially for kids. Because honestly, a lot of action figures, like Star Wars, they've gotten ridiculously expensive. And I understand that adult collectors want more articulation, but they really need to have figures at a much better price point. And finally, we've got Man-at-Arms. Duncan, aka Samus Aran. Let's get a good look at him here in the packaging before we rip this all open. Here's a comparison of Origins He-Man to the Netflix He-Man. You can see they're approximately the same size, except that obviously the Netflix He-Man is a lot more buff than Origins He-Man. He's also having a much better time. Origins He-Man, I don't know what's up with his face. I have no idea what's up with his face. But this is a much bulkier figure. And same with Skeletor. You can see Origins Skeletor versus Netflix Skeletor. Again, a much bigger figure. I don't think they have as much articulation as the Origin line, but that does keep the price point down, which I think is great for kids. Now we're finally going to open these. So we opened these guys up. I spared you all the crinkling plastic noises. I hate that. I hate that. And I know a lot of you do too. These are really nice figures. I gotta tell you. So I wanted to open up one of these Origin Skeletors to do a comparison. Now, obviously, if you're familiar with the Origins line, very articulated figures. I mean, these are clearly designed for adult collectors. You know, they bend at the knees and the feet, the ankles. Pretty much, the modern posability you would expect from like a collector line, right? And that's cool. And, I can appreciate these. I like them quite a bit. Now, that being said, these figures don't have nearly the articulation, but there are some things that they actually do better. Origins does not have the spring-loaded waist like the original Masters of the Universe. They just kind of pose, right? These guys actually do have classic Masters spring-loaded waist. Let me show you He-Man here. That chopping action is actually his waist springing. Now they can move in a bunch of different directions here, but everything springs. It's great. This is a real throwback to classic He-Man, and the articulation is not quite what Origins is. There's no articulation on the feet. The hands rotate. But I mean, look, they're toys. These actually feel like toys. They're very sturdy. I'm really surprised. I am. And it's not just because I like the show. I'm actually surprised too because, again, you can bend the way you want to, and they always snap back into place because they got that sproing, that classic Masters kind of a sproing effect going on here. And they all have the same action. So I'm assuming, because this is the first series, it's probably like the original Masters of the Universe where, they all just had the basic punch for power until we got into the second series, with like Ram Man, or Ram Man, now Ram Man, or Ram Mam, Triclops and Trapjaw and those guys, Manny Faces. Which I don't know if we're going to see those characters or not, but yeah, I mean the posability is limited. They're sturdy though. They're really sturdy, and I think Skeletor's feet bend, but you can see that they do size-wise. Even though the art style is different, they do. They are basically the same size as regular Masters of the Universe figures. Here we have Duncan, Man at Arms. Again, the Sproing. Now he does look he looks like Samus Aran. But some very nice detailing. I'll zoom in on these guys here. Nothing fancy, but they feel like toys. And for $10, they're very sturdy. I'm actually surprised that Mattel had these at launch. Look at what happened with DreamWorks She-Ra, where you got She-Ra figures, but you got She-Ra dolls rather. You got dolls at the tail end of the line. These guys are ready to go. Nothing really fancy, but definitely functional for sure. Nice toys for $10. I mean, it's not bad. Here's Skeletor. This version of Skeletor might actually be my favorite. Not necessarily his look, but the voice actor and the personality. I mean, this Skeletor is freaking evil. This Keldor Skeletor is absolutely devious compared to previous incarnations, which were kind of played for jokes. But there we go, guys. These are the new He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. Much better than I expected. It's so weird because it's like both the show and the action figures are better than I expected them to be. Pleasantly surprised. We don't see that happen. We don't see that happen very often, especially with classic IP. But you can check them out. They're at Walmart. They're about $10 each. And I'm looking forward to this line growing. I hope we get some more, reinterpretations of classic characters as the line goes on. Maybe characters that aren't even in the show. That'd be kind of cool. Make sure you subscribe, guys. We want to grow this channel. We'll talk to you later.